Katie, I'm not a hateful man.
Really? I thought you were.
I only hate two things.
What are those?
The glorification of polygamous relationships brought about by The Bachelorette and The Bachelor,
Yeah, I kind of don't like that too.
and the sound of DI acoustic guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically on a dreadnought style guitar such as the Martin D35. Gonna wait for that bus to just... DI guitar is just too bright all the time. I feel like it doesn't mix well, but it's like a necessary evil.
Yeah.
So we're both rocking out the D35 today. Doesn't have electronics. How are we doing that, you ask?
We're gonna use
DPA microphones in Sweetwater sponsored this video.
Correct.
To have us do this live. Now this microphone clips onto the guitar, and we're just gonna see how it goes because I've never actually done this before. I've done stuff where I sit with the guitar, but part of the fun of playing live is being able to move around and sway back.
Yeah.
Look at her go.
We're swaying.
Maybe,
I'm gonna be able to do all of this.
the swaying is amazing. So we're gonna see how this goes. I literally have not tested this at all, so this could be a disaster. We might not even use this video, but
Yeah.
we're gonna check it out. All right, so you'd be like, why would you be clipping a microphone to an invaluable Martin D35? This is a rubberized mechanism that you actually just use. So you can make it like go all the way here, and then when you just put it around the edge of the binding or whatever, you just slide it down, and then it clips securely.
Nice.
And then now you can kind of gooseneck this guy in, clip that there, and then just kind of point it where you would a regular condenser microphone.
That's pretty dope.
There we go. That's it. Another pro tip, get yourself a busking partner who can actually sing and play all on her own, so I can actually sound check it.
Yeah.
Which makes it totally worth all the diva qualities and, negatives that usually come with gigging with Katie.
That's your fun.
He says, take my breath away and make it last forever, babe. Do it now or never, babe. Take my breath away. Nobody does it better, babe. Bring it closer. Want me to hold on till you die. You pull me closer. I was on, but it was still. We've always been turned over. Now it's ready once again. The radio is playing Crimson and Clover. London Bridge is safe and sound. Nothing gonna keep repeating. Nothing's gonna drag me down to a death that's not worth cheating for. Someone ever swore you'd be a work of art. You put yourself apart. You're welcome till you start. Don't wanna get ahead of myself, feeling things I never felt. It's kinda hard for me to explain her personality and everything. It brings me to my knees, oh. She shines me up like gold on my arm. Wanna take it slow, but it's so hard. I love to see her face in daylight. It's more than just her body, is at night. And she's really tempting me, oh. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything and beyond, beyond space and time and the afterlife. Will she have my kids? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything and beyond. I wanna bring her out with me, girl. I think you like her kind to me, girl. I know a grand I would have loved her like she was wrong. She makes me feel at home, oh. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything and beyond, beyond space and time and the afterlife. Will she have my kiss? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything and beyond. Yeah, I give up, I'm in love, crying. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Yeah. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything and beyond, beyond space and time and the afterlife. Will she have my kiss? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything and beyond, beyond. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Oh me, oh my, I can't explain. She might just be my everything. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in?
Thank you.
Guys, do you guys have any requests for us to sing?
Okay, so another successful show. I want to talk about my thoughts about doing this, okay? So, first of all, I'm a sucker for cases. DPA has the best cases. So they have the cool semi-hardshell case, and then they also have just like a regular mic bag that comes with it that is super padded. This is not my first experience with DPA microphones, specifically the 4099, which is what I've been using, and one that I've used in previous gigs, but they've all been in studio. This is the same microphone that we record Pasha, the violin player that I play with a lot on the Emeryld Ryders stuff, and also the same mics we used to stereo record that murder box. If you guys haven't seen that video, you need to watch that video, because I was helping my buddy Brian out, who does like sound design for trailers and also soundtracks for like AAA video games and stuff like that. So we used these same microphones in a much different context, although that was like a controlled studio environment thing, okay? The reason that I was kind of nervous about doing this live was because when you use such a good microphone that has like a lot of sensitivity and picks up everything, it is prone to feeding back a lot of the time. So the great thing about the swivel head on this is you can really kind of position it where it's going to sound great against the acoustic guitar, but also you want to have it pointed so it's kind of pointed away from the speaker or the sound source or the speaker source, right? So I was using a Fishman Artist Loudbox amp, which is like a really cool amp, and you could definitely tell when I was plugging it in and then I just started turning it up, if I was too close to it, it would feed back. So you can kind of see that when we were recording it or when we were performing, I was definitely standing probably maybe like 15 to 20 feet away from the actual amplifier speaker, and also kind of like pointed away where the mic was pointed the exact opposite way, right? So that would kind of control the feedback. But it sounded amazing, like legitimately amazing, to the fact that I was kind of shook, to be honest. I was like, I've been so groomed to accept the sound of a DI acoustic guitar, even though it's not the sound that like I love. I'm so used to it because it's just so easy to go DI from a guitar, right? That actually playing live outdoors in a situation like that, and having the instrument sound just like an acoustic guitar was strange to me. I can't put it any other way, but it was just so funny to have it sound like an actual acoustic guitar. So I think that vibe kind of comes through in the recording that we did. I just recorded the output of the amp with a Zoom H6n and then blended that with the actual condenser mic, so you get a little bit of the atmosphere. The other thing that I like about having the condenser on there is you can hear my voice too without having a microphone. And the cool thing about recording live stuff like busking like that, it is a lot of times you capture interactions with the audience members or just people walking by. And usually if you just get like a DI or a direct output from like an amp or a mixer or something like that, you're only getting the direct guitar sound and the dynamic microphone sound that the singer has, right? And usually dynamic mic is set for a pickup pattern that is super tight, and it's not going to get me speaking off to the side, right? So the fact that this is sensitive enough to have like a super great clean acoustic guitar signal that I can use and also still pick up my voice to kind of get the interactions and stuff is something that I think is a consideration you might want to look into. If I did have to do it again, I would actually probably turn this into like a wireless thing, okay? So one of the things I was saying is it's nice to move around when it's live. I still had this connected, at first when Katie was doing it, and then for me, we have like the little belt pack thing, which I can show you, right? So you can kind of clip this. The microphone goes into this, you clip this, and then a regular XLR cable will run from here to your mixer or your amp or anything like that. I would probably connect this to the wireless XLR unit that I usually use, but we were using that for the dynamic microphone, because then I could still have the condenser sound, but still be totally wireless, right? And again, that's something that you would have to have phantom power built into the wireless pack, which is the one that I use has anyways. But yeah, I think it sounds great. Again, I've used these in studios. Now I have the capability of using them live. And it was just cool taking the D35 out there because I've never used it in a live performance like that. And I do think the Dreadnought guitars are kind of built specifically for that, you know, acoustic, you know, you have a singer and a guitar, and that's just it, because they naturally EQ and blend together really, really well. And in my experience, the direct output electronics on bigger guitars usually sound kind of like muddier, and that's that's why one of the reasons I tend to play grand auditorium sized guitars in most of my live performances, specifically like I talked about the Taylor one, is I think something about the low end kind of being tighter in that size of a guitar really just kind of it just sits a little bit better. Whereas like the bigger body guitar like that Dreadnought D35, a lot of the direct out acoustic electronics just kind of have that muddy low end that like I don't really love. So again, thank you so much to Sweetwater and DPA microphones, $40.99. This thing is awesome. I'm never getting rid of this one because I've used it on so many things now, and it's just clutch. Super clutch microphone. So I hope you learned a lot from the demo and you enjoyed the performance. Let me know if there's any other songs you want me and Katie to perform live, and we will talk to you guys next time. Thanks a lot.